Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is me, Alicia, if this is your first time here, and if not, welcome back. Alright, so I am taking time out of my busy day. I literally, my to-do list this weekend is absolutely long, and it's my fault because I've been gone for almost a week. Me and husband went to Denver because we got some absolutely cheap flights, like $95 round trip flights. Yeah. Yep. Love it. And then we stayed at this absolutely gorgeous hotel, $95 a night. Don't worry, it's coming. All of the things that I use to travel, it's coming. So anyway, we went from there, and then I had to go from Denver straight to Tampa because I went to an influencer event. I'm using the Too Faced Hangover RX face primer. I got this in my Ipsy bag, I don't know, before I canceled it. And I've been using it, and I'll probably end up buying the full-size version. Well, not the full size, maybe if they have something a little bigger than this. I've been loving it lately, so that's what I'm using. Anyway, so I went from Denver to Tampa. I'm surprised I'm not sick, because it wasn't cold in Tampa. I mean, not Tampa, Denver, but it got a little cold the last day. The second day we were there, it was actually really nice. We went to a NBA game. We actually went to, I mean, let's just talk about it because I had a moment. We went to the Nuggets-Rockets game, and that is the first game. We were actually in the stadium. I'm using the Morphe Concealer in C435, and I'm mixing that with the Black Opal True Color Liquid Foundation and Beautiful Bronze. This combination has been like heaven for me. I'm going to do a separate tutorial on some of my fave foundations for dark skinned women, but this is definitely going to be in the list. Anyway, so we're walking into the basketball arena for the Nuggets-Rockets game. We just got the tickets randomly. They were like 65 bucks, pretty good seats. And so we're walking in, and I'm checking Instagram, as I always am. And I see people are posting like pictures of Kobe. So in my head, I'm like, oh, okay, it must be because LeBron beat him in the scoring, whatever. And then I see like several pictures of Kobe. And then I see RIP. I'm like, wait a minute, somebody's playing. Very horrible prank on me. This is not funny. And it's like, as soon as I thought that, I then get an alert from ESPN that Kobe had passed. And of course the barrage of all the other bullshit fake stories that came with it. So yeah, we were at the very first game. They honored him. We did like they did a moment of silence and everything, and it was you don't, when we went into it, when I bought the tickets the night before, I'm like, okay, we'll have a great game. And to be at the first game after his passing, it was a little emotional. I cried, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've never been like a big Laker fan, but you don't have to be a Laker fan. You don't have to be an NBA fan. You don't have to be a sports fan, period, to realize that there's a 40-year-old man who passed away with his daughter and left 3 kids and a wife. That's the part that got me, is like the human side of a guy who is in his prime, like just hit his prime. So yeah, I was a little emotional. And so after that, I did some retail therapy, which isn't good, but it's the only way I know how to cope from grief. Anyway, I am using the Urban Decay All-Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. I like to put this on. So yeah, I got the setting tip from Jackie Aina. She does it all the time. So I was like, let me try it. And it works. So anyway, we stayed for probably until like halftime. We knew we weren't going to stay there the whole time anyway, because we were only going to be in Denver for 2.5 days, and we didn't want 4 hours to just be at a stadium. So we had intentions long before the news to leave at halftime. So we left at halftime, went to the mall, shopped, went to a really great steakhouse, and so we enjoyed it. 2.5 days in Denver. And so I dropped off my Denver bag. Legit, I packed 2 bags and left one in the car. So I dropped off my Denver luggage, picked up my Tampa luggage, and headed to Tampa. Alright, so I'm going to go in with the Fenty powder in color Honey. And I'm just going to, I don't really do quote-unquote concealer to highlight. I basically highlight with this, and then I will use a powder to contour. And that's just basically a step that I don't do. I've tried. I did trial and error and realized that this works just as well. So I've been doing this for a while and it's worked well for me. So we'll sit and we'll let that bake while we're contouring and then putting on my brows. Alright, for contouring, I'm using the same thing I've been using for probably the last year or so. It's the True Radiance Contour Palette. I'm using the powder form. They have a cream form. It hasn't worked for me. It's not my ministry. Me and creams, we just do not get along. So I've been using the powder form, and this is in medium to dark, and you can really tell which colors I'm using the most. This is to contour with, and this is basically to, once I blend this in, to kind of like give me a little bit more of a, kind of like a bronzing effect. So we're going to go in with this. So this, like I said, this gives me a little bit of the contour. You guys can see it kind of gives me a little bit of a deep dark look without having to spend that much time actually doing contouring. I can't remember where I got the, I don't remember where this came. It's probably randomly on Instagram, as where most of the stuff is on Instagram. But like I said, I've been using it for probably about a year to a year and a half, and I haven't tried anything else. Well, I haven't tried any other powder. I've tried some creams and I tried some concealers, and they weren't my life. It was not my ministry, and I'm not gonna do it. So okay, now onto brows. I'm using the Morphe brow pencil in, what is this, Java, and then I'm going to feather my brows with the Glossier, this is boy brow, in brown. My eyebrow routine has changed just simply because I am not taking that much, well, two things. One, I've stopped going to get my eyebrows professionally done. Just because I don't like, there are certain levels of pain that I'm okay with, but pain on my actual face, like on my face, I can't do it. And so I've tried threading, and that's just, I mean, I've never had kids, but if that's anywhere close to birthing pain, I'm in a world of trouble. So I tried threading, that didn't work, and then I tried waxing, and I honestly was doing waxing for a little while. It worked for me. It wasn't the constant pain of like threading. It was a one and done, and so I had been doing that for quite a while, and the person who usually did my waxing at this certain salon wasn't there that day, and she's like, oh, okay, well, I can do them. I'm like, okay, my dumb ass. I'm like, okay, sure, why not? She burnt. Like, I could not wear foundation. I couldn't wear anything on like this. She burnt my, I don't know how hot, and the wax wasn't that hot, so I don't know how she burnt me, but it was like, it was so visible. I was, and I didn't even realize it until I legit am leaving the place. This was at, I'm not gonna tell you where it's at because I don't want you to be like, don't go there. So I'm leaving the spot, and I'm like, okay, let me, you know, I've got time, I'm gonna run to the gym. So I get myself in the car, and then I do like this because the sun's in my face, and I look at myself and I'm like, what's with burnt? I'm going to take my boy brow and then kind of take some of it off because you don't want it to be that obvious, and kind of bring that in, and it'll create little bitty eyebrows for you. It's guys, this Glossier boy brow is the truth. I didn't even know what Glossier was till I went to New York. My sister wanted to go for her birthday. Epic fail. I probably should have vlogged that because she was like, oh, I want to go and have all this Sex in the City stuff, and she enjoyed most of it, but what she could not get over was the subway system. And it was absolutely hilarious watching her like do this while we're in the subway system. It was hilarious. And then one day when we had to go from Soho to Brooklyn, they were doing maintenance, so a lot of the trains were down. And so she was like this. I was like, Nikki, they're going to touch you. Like that. There's not much you could do to avoid it. And so we had paid, like, I think we got like a 7-day pass because we knew that was the cheapest way to navigate around the city. We wanted to go to not all of the boroughs, but most of them. We took the subway 3 times, and she didn't even offer to pay for the Uber. She was like, yeah, I'm not taking an Uber. So So when we were getting ready to go, she was like, when y'all can call Uber? I'm like, I can get on Subway. You don't want to take the Uber? Pull out your phone, download the Uber app. No, it's because she's baby sister that she got away with it. And luckily I had some Uber credits, but I didn't have them to cover the whole trip. So yeah, so while we were all that to say, we stayed in Soho, and so we were legit a block and a half away from their warehouse, headquarters, storefront, whatever they call it. And every time we would walk out, we would see there would be like a line. We're like, what, where is this line? We thought it was like an influencer event, or somebody was famous was there or speaking. But after about like the second day, we're like, okay, what's really going on? So we went in, and it was the Glossier place. So I got the Boy Brow, and then I got their jelly cleanser. Really good. I feel like I got something else, but it wasn't good because I didn't reorder it again. Because the only thing that I've actually reordered again is the Boy Brow, and like I said, the Boy Brow and the facial cleanser. I'm just going back in with this to make sure that this feather stays. I'll probably do this one more time after my whole face is done. Alright. And because I don't do eyeshadow on a daily basis, because I'm lazy, I take the Sculpt part of this Bare Minerals, and that's what I use to basically blend in the concealer. Did I tell you guys what concealer I was using? Fenty 410. So I'm normally a 420, so because I'm not doing eyeshadow, I only went down one instead of several, which a lot of people do. So if I'm a 420, if I'm doing eyeshadow and I'm a 420, I will go down to, I think it's a 400 or a 390. If I'm not doing eyeshadow, then I only go down to a 410 because I don't want my lashes, under my brows to be like that bright and that evident. So that's it. That's all the eye makeup we're getting today. Alright, now that that's done, I'm going in with the Lancome Hypnose Drama mascara, and I'm putting on lashes once again because I'm not wearing eyeshadow, but I like to put on mascara before I put on lashes, so that when I put the lashes on, they have an extra layer of something to stick on to. A lot of people wait until after I actually do a second coat, so I'm not doing it heavy. I do a first light coat, and then I'll go back in heavy once I apply the lashes. Alright, so the lashes that I will be using today are the Ardell the Wispies. I love the Wispies for a more dramatic look for me, and then for a less dramatic look, an everyday look, I'd go with the 110s. I think they're also by Ardell. It might be Salon Perfect 110s. I can't remember. They work for me, even though they're these little strip lashes. They're cheap. I think you can get, I think I got this pack of 5 for, I want to say 11 or 12 bucks. I still will get like 3 to 4 uses, probably not 3 to 4, 2 to 3 uses from each set of lashes, just because, I mean, nobody's sending me lashes. I wish they would, but nobody's sending me lashes, so I have to make the most of when I actually do buy them. So like I said, they'll last me about 2 to 3 uses before I have to give them away, which is great considering I'm paying $11. I've got 10 lashes, not 10, 5 pair of lashes, and I'm getting 2 to 3 uses. So it could honestly last me, if I'm wearing them every day, it'll last me for a whole month. So that's, I mean, that's pretty good for 12 bucks. So while those are drying, this is just the Ardell Lash Grip Glue. While those are drying, we're going to blend this in. Where's my brush? This is the e.l.f. foundation blurring brush. I'm just going to blend in this setting powder, and I purposely got it lighter because I wanted it to give me a highlight. I think my actual color, if I just want to like set my makeup in general, it's one down from Honey. I can't remember which one it was. I want to say Nutmeg, but I'm not sure. But I went up one lighter just because I knew that I wanted to try to use this to highlight instead of having concealer. So that's what I did. And then I'm just going to take this Sculpt, the Bare Minerals, same brush, Just lightly tap it. You don't want anything heavy. And I'm just going to go right under where I blended that in, just to kind of, so it's not like a hard like highlight contour. I don't like the hard contouring effect. I know some people love it, and some people are like, I want you to know this is where my contour. It's too much. It's not, to me, that's not natural enough. So well, don't do that. As far as like blush, I used to wear Swiss chocolate format, a blush for MAC. It was just like this I don't know, kind of like a deep purple or something. Anyway, I've recently switched into like a more lighter color. So this is the blushing from Bali from BH Cosmetics. I'm using the coral and the pomegranate, which is this one and this one. So I take the coral and I always just take some off, and I put that up here because according to, what is it, Makeup by Ariel, we've been putting our blush in the wrong place. Tell that to my mom. She gonna be mad. She gonna be mad. So I put that in a little lighter, and then I go in with the pomegranate and kind of put that like right under it. So right where my contour starts, I put that like right above it. Do the same thing on the other side. Perfect. Now I haven't been using highlighter per se, to highlight my cheeks. I don't know why, but I don't know why. I just haven't. But I do use it like here, and then my eye duct. So I'll take the same thing. I am on the same palette, but I'm just on Ember. Is that what you're called? I've used this too much. Yes, Ember. And then this is, I want to say Real Techniques brush. And I'm just going to put it on the side and put that on my nose, the bridge of my nose, and then on the tip of my nose. Take it a little bit, put it on my lip, and then take this really small, this is the MAC 316 brush. It's just in the holiday pack, so it's a lot smaller. And I'm going to go in with the second one, which is Sunkissed, and that's what's actually going to go in my tear duct. Yeah, these lashes are like really good. For the price point, they actually work well. I have gotten the expensive Lily lashes, and they do have more volume, I'm not gonna lie. It is a better quality for the Ardell, but the reason why I haven't gotten them is because I noticed I wasn't getting enough cost per wear. What I've been doing lately, and that's changed the way that I shop, is that however much an item costs, if you know you're not going to get that many wears out of it, then you shouldn't spend your money on it. So I think the Lily lashes that I looked at were, I think the ones that I bought were right at 20 bucks. I know I did not wear those 20 times. I know I didn't. I didn't wear them 20 times. And so that's when, I can't remember where I got that from. Probably off of Pinterest, where everybody gets stuff from. Is that instead of saying, I'm not going to shop, or I'm going to put myself on a budget of 50 bucks for shopping, and that's great if you want to put yourself on a budget. I am actually on a budget this year. It's a struggle. Jesus, it's a struggle. But our travel bucket list this year is, it's a lot. And so I knew that in order to do the travel that we wanted to do without having to put it on like credit cards and all that kind of stuff, then something else was going to have to go off. And I looked at my next expensive item in my bank account, and it was shopping, clothes, shoes, skincare. It was just shopping in general. So I'm going in with the NARS Climax for the mascara. So instead of, I am on a budget, but I also think to myself when I'm out shopping, hey, are you gonna have, like, is this enough cost per wear? Now that does not count when I am buying like a designer bag, only because I don't buy designer in the States. It's too expensive. So the only time I buy designer is when I'm overseas in Europe, and I can get it for like basically almost half the price that we get it for here in the States. And so that's it. But any other thing while I'm here, actual shopping is a cost per wear, which is why lately I've been spending a lot of time secondhand stores and like consignment stores or Plato's Closet, and then also thrift stores, because I know my cost per wear will be easy. So I'm finishing all of this off with the Urban Decay, once again the all-nighter. And because I did a very neutral look, I always like to do a pop of a lip. Alright, the lip that I'm putting on, the lip that I will always put on, the lip that I absolutely love, is the Milani Cosmetics. This is their lip cream in Devotion. This is my favorite red lip. Who's texting? My absolute favorite red lip. So it's matte and it will dry you out. So most of the time I will do a lip scrub every other night, because now listen, once you put it on, it's not going nowhere, but it's really not going anywhere, because it basically, it will dry your lips out like crazy. And I probably shouldn't be wearing it in the winter time, but it's okay. Alright, and now we are done. Alright, and we are done, guys. This red lip, I feel like this red lip just brings everything together. It kind of brings everything together. I absolutely love this red lip. Anytime when I see it, I can't remember where I was. Puerto Rico. I was in Puerto Rico with one of my good friends, and the CVS had their local CVS had it on clearance for $3.25. Guess how many about? I cleared the stock. I think it was like 7 or 8, but I cleared the whole thing because I'm just like, yes, Milani for life. So this is the final look. Like I said, I will make sure that I list all of the products that I put in the description box, and I will also make sure that I put the colors that I'm wearing, because I know you guys like to figure out, okay, this is the color that she looks, this might be the color that I am. So I'll go ahead and put that in the description box. If you like these one-off makeup videos where I'm basically talking your head off while also doing makeup at the same time, let me know. I'll gladly step in front of the camera, because I like to yapper, or yap, or what is it called? Yapper? Yeah, I like to talk. So with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out all of my other ones. Like, comment, and I probably shouldn't do that. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in a couple days.